guys, I'm Keita.
And I'm Clive.
And this is an episode of the HCHO.
And today we're just going to talk about relationships in the social media world.
Yeah. So I think we're very united when we say, if you don't post them, it ain't real.
I think our parents' generation, they didn't have social media, so the rules weren't there because the game wasn't even invented yet, right? So back in their day, being official was actually being together in person.
Right. Holding your hand in the hallway.
Yeah, so that's what made it official, because that's the world they lived in, right? We live in a different world right now. We live in the technology age where social media is king. Everyone's on it. Everyone has a smartphone. So the rules of engagement are changed completely. And that's why I hate when my parents said the game's the same. No, the base game is the same, but everything else around it is switched up, like social media, dating apps, the rise of the Instagram thought, just being connected via smartphone all the time. It's crazy. So it's different. So you can't compare, what they went through when they were dating back in the day, like 40, 50, 60 years ago, to what's going on now. And definitely when it comes to relationships and what that entails in this social media age in a relationship, and the kind of signs you can tell from both sexes if they're really into you or not.
Right. So I think it's fair to say, if you post, and this is on a story or on your page, regardless, everything that you do. So if everybody knows who my girls are, they can name them. They can see what vacations I've gone on. They know what drinks I'm having. They know where I'm going for dinner. But you never see all of this. That's a problem.
Yep. Exactly.
And vice versa. If you never saw me on his stuff, that's a problem. Now, again, this is only for people who actively post, because I do know that there are people who don't actively post. They post once a year or every 6 months or whatever. So that makes more sense. We're talking about the people who are always on social media and always posting on social media, but you never see their spouse. It's weird. It's really weird, and I think it's a red flag. And I also think that a lot of females, at least, I can only think of one male this has happened with, but a lot of females try to justify and say, oh, we don't care about social media. Oh, we want to be private. And you see them in another relationship and their energy completely changes. And so now they want to be posted and they don't care about being private. All those things that they said they cared about before, they only cared about because that's all they were getting. They were just dealing with it, I think.
I agree. What I see through my social media, I'm a guy, so it's going to be mostly females.
Are you a guy?
Yeah. It's going to be mostly females, right? What I see. And what I've seen a lot of times is most of the female followers that I follow seem single. They seem single to me because they don't post it. They don't post guys, period. Yeah. You go through the whole timeline and there's not a male on in any of those pictures. Maybe the story you might see a guy in the background, but he's not, that's because they're out in the world. And then special holidays where Valentine's Day or a birthday possibly, but I'll say mainly Valentine's Day is when you might see a post, and then even then when you see the post, it's either a half-ass post or you might see an elbow or wrist or someone's at a restaurant. These women are infamous for that wrist. They'll show the wrist of the person, the leg, they'll show everything but the thing. Because I always been in a relationship where my woman gotta post me. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be going out posting bikini pictures, posting with your girl, going here and there, and I'm not nowhere to be seen. My presence has to be known. So when I see this, I always wonder what the guy is thinking. What is he thinking? You see her page, because clearly you follow your woman, so you see her girl posting this shit. She might even post with other guys, and you're not thinking hey, what the fuck am I at? You know what I'm saying? And you gotta think from an outside perspective. If you're looking at this page, does this page seem like a woman who's in a relationship? Or does this woman seem like a single woman? Because I think that all the time. You know what I'm saying? You go to Keita's page, you look at Keita's page right now, and there's no doubt, as soon as you click it, you don't got to scroll down. The first 8 pics, you see me. At least one of them. It's known. It's known. So that's how I feel. At least this is my opinion only. But that's how I feel like a relationship should be. Most time, people post what they're proud of. People post there happens. That's why people post when they go on vacations because they're happy about it. They're proud to say, yeah, I traveled. I've been to this country. That. So when someone doesn't post your boyfriend, it conveys to me that they're not proud of the boyfriend or the dude's just ugly.
So it's either they're not proud of him, one. Two is like the relationship isn't good and they know it's not good, so they're not bragging about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's either like, you know you're being cheated on, you're not trying to have nobody come to you as a woman, you're just trying to like move on.
Yeah.
Or it's just like a toxic situation and y'all are like breaking up every other day, so like you're not posting because you might not be together the next day type of thing. Or the third thing is, y'all still want that attention from other men, so you're not posting your dude.
That's what it is.
Then all this, I mean, I'm not saying niggas will not still slip in your DMs when they know you are in a full relationship because niggas ain't shit. And we all know that they still do that. But the percentage goes down. They might be coming to him as a nigga, like, hey, yo, your chick's been in my DMs for 2 months now, type of situation.
Any dudes coming to anyone as a dude, like as a nigga.
I'm just saying, if it ever were to happen, I've never heard of it, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like it's not like the way women do, but it's niggas would just be like clowning you, like.
Yeah, but I felt that would only
you would have thought.
That will only come up if you know the guy, you're into an argument, then he'll use that as like an insult. Hey, I fuck the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Then he'll say, but a stranger who doesn't know you at all, I don't think he's gonna care. He might talk shit behind your back.
I'm just saying, those are like the three things that I think are the reasons why females do it. And like, dudes, there's one reason. They fucking. That is the only reason they're not showing you. And again, these are for the people who are constantly posting.
Yeah.
Because like I see dudes who like, they might not post on their page, but all their stories are them at the club, trips, guys trips, this, that, and the third. I ain't never seen their bitch. Or I see them once a year.
Once a year.
For like a birthday or Valentine's Day. Or like the top things like birthday and Valentine's Day and maybe Christmas. And maybe Mother's Day if y'all have a kid. But other than that, it's never...
And that's because the girlfriend probably like, you better post me at least on this day.
Yeah, it's a fight. And you can tell it's a fight. Like certain people, you can just like read the post and you're like, oh, she made him post that.
Yeah.
Like, some even say, are you happy now that I posted this? But then other people, it's the caption, it's just like, HBD. Like, okay, you didn't want to post this. Like, nobody puts a picture up and just says HBD. Like, you clearly were forced to do this. Don't even do it. Like, no.
And this is my thing, too, with it as well. A lot of people say, oh, you know, they want to keep their relationships private. That's bullshit. Okay. Straight bullshit. When I hear that relationship private, I'm like,
it's 2020. Nothing's private.
Nothing's private. Like you're out here showing your titties and your ass all day. Why you can't show your boyfriend, but you can show that? Like, why do I know every facet about your life, but who the fuck you're fucking?
If you go on like a vacation and you are only posting yourself, and I've actually seen this happen.
Oh, I see this all the time.
Who's taking those pics? Like, you couldn't get a selfie real quick, like, with both y'all in it. You know what I mean? That's why I say for those people who do share their lives. Some people don't share their lives, and you don't post your spouse, and that makes sense to me. But the people who share every boat they're on, every flight they catch, every new fucking Amazon package they got, showing off the little bikini, little thought pics, but I never see a nigga, something's up. Because for me, it's like, if y'all are in like a normal, healthy relationship, that person is a part of your life. So how do you show your life and never show that person? You're actively not trying to show them. Actively, right? Like,
yes, it's a conscious effort.
It's like, we post things, pictures on our pages or stories, and like, we're not even getting each other in the frame. You hear him talking in the background, or like, I walk past in his thing. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, we are together at most 99% of the time, so I'm going to accidentally come into his post, whether it was a planned shot or not, vice versa. So for me, it's like, if I can never find anything in yours, you are actively avoiding putting that person there. There's something going on in your relationship. Now that's him telling you, hey, ho, you better not post me. And you run around saying you got a man, but you ain't got a man. Or that's him not posting you and you don't want to post him because you don't want to look stupid. Okay. Like, there's something deeper that's going on there.
Yep. And I agree with that, and I see it all the time, and I can always tell the difference when I do see like people who are actually happy in a relationship, because you can actually see them posting. It's like it's a different vibe, a different aura to their post. Like, you know, I'm not saying every post has to be you and your spouse. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm saying that
even find me on his first date. So
if someone is on your in a significant part of your life, you would think just by cause or coincidence that they would at least be in some, or if not, significant amount of your posts. Just because, like, special events like anniversaries, you know, like, you would want to show off that person. This is the person that you're spending the most time with. You know what I'm saying? So, like, why not? And especially so in this day, that's what being in a relationship is. I'm sorry. That's what the new rules are in this relationship because of the social media. That's the new rules. Don't try to live by some rules that were in the 1950s, but then you want to apply all the new rules when it comes to thought to social media. Like, what the fuck? Like, let's keep it consistent. Nowadays, when you're in a relationship, it's not really official unless that person is on your somewhere.
And I've actually seen people get in a relationship and not even follow each other or be friends on social media, which that is crazy to me. This day and age, social media runs our lives. Whether you are on Instagram, you're on Facebook, you're on LinkedIn, social media is every aspect of everything that we do. There are very few people who are completely off the grid and don't have social media at all in any aspect. So I get you're not posting babe pics on LinkedIn. Okay, fine. But like, if you have any of those other social medias and you are actively posting on them, it's just a part of life. Like, literally people wake up and they check their Instagram before they brush their teeth. Like, that's the life that we live in. That is the 21st century right now. So it's astronomical to think that anybody believes you when you say that you just don't want to show your relationship. I think that, I'm not a therapist, but I would suggest looking inside yourself, looking inside the relationship and figuring out what is actually going on and being like, okay, is this something I want? Because for me, I feel like if Clyde was always hiding me, like, I would be insecure. Like, are you hiding me because you don't want other chicks to see me on your page? Like, so you're cheating? Are you hiding me because, like, I'm not the standard of beauty you think that you should be with? Are you hiding me because you're only with me right now because you're bored? Like, for me, that just, like, he posts everything. So if I'm not a part of that post, then I'm not in that everything. And how am I in a relationship and not your everything? That just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. So, like I said, I want to say like this: a significant other is not posting you. Have a realistic conversation with yourself first, and understand that. Is this something that's intentional, or is this something that done just, you know, by coincidence? Most likely, you're gonna find that it's intentional. Let's get real. Now, once you have that special talk with yourself, then what you need to do is confront your significant other and be like, hey, what the hell is going on here? You know what I'm saying? Why are you posting everyone else but me? Especially if she's posting other guys and you're not in it. Then you gotta be like, okay, get the fuck out of here. Me personally, wouldn't be me, couldn't be Clyde. it would.
It's like your whole catchphrase.
It couldn't be Clyde because I'm like, no, this just I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I never had to deal with that bullshit. That a lot of people fall into this, you know what I'm saying? Especially because of the Instagram thought culture. Think about it, all the Instagram thoughts. It's just pictures of themselves. They don't even have pictures of their friend, really. It's just them. And all the pictures of the beach, of the club, all that, just them.
See, I feel like that's easier to get away with when you don't post other people. Like I've actually heard someone say, like, oh, I'm creating a brand, and that's why they didn't post their spouse. And it's like, bitch, you're not an influencer. You're not famous. You don't have a brand.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like,
I'm creating a brand, okay.
Like, you know what I mean? But, like, all the pictures were just of them. So it was easier, like, I didn't believe that bullshit, but it was easier to, like, get away with that. Whereas, like, when you were posting your grandma, the neighbor down the street's grandma, the homeless man you saw, your bestie's cousin twice removed, but not your nigga, that don't make no sense to me. But we're just repeating ourselves at this point. So check yourself, check your relationship, find out what you want. And again, what we want might not be what you want. We might judge you for it, but that's do you. We ain't in your life, we ain't in your shoes. But be honest with yourself and make sure that's actually what you want.
Yeah, and if you guys have an opinion that differs from what we just said today, then
Let us
just
know in the comments.
let us know in the comment section because I really want to know everyone else's opinion because I feel like we're 100% correct on this. Like I don't know how you can disagree with what we just said.
All right, so like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. See you next Sunday, guys. Bye.
See you next Sunday.